Hello and welcome to your monthly horoscope for Aries for October of 2022. Keep in mind that I have tons of other videos where there are more specifically about the specific topic if you want to see them. But this is in general in October and it's quite a lot. It's a lot to talk about. But as you know, and especially for my I say fellow Aries people because I have my moon in Aries as well. So if you have your ascendant, your sun sign or your moon sign in Aries, this is information for you, general information. Now we're going to talk about the Mercury going direct again, about the eclipse, which is major, about a very interesting eclipse, about the Mars retrograde and about the Jupiter retrograde. 4 things. So all in 5 minutes, I hope. Let's get started. Now the month starts off with clarity and I like that so much because although all the other planets are going backwards and all of that, Mercury is going direct around at about the 2nd and the 3rd of October. And that is in your 6th house of your day-to-day life. So that's interesting. Your health and your day-to-day life. I know, dear Aries people, you would probably think, huh, that's boring. Yeah, to some extent, but these day-to-day routines that you might have improved when Mercury goes direct. And those day-to-day things that you do to keep you healthy might seem very trivial, but in the long run, they keep you healthy. So that gives you strength, right? And that's what Aries people is all about, to have that strength. And also for people who were trying to find a new job, or this is a good time for contracts when it considers all of that. Also, when it comes to your health, having some new regimes, or so it could mean a simple thing like a working out that you want to implement that is different. It's the perfect time for that. And all of that insight that you're having here in the 6th house, but also as we proceed in time in the 7th house. And when will this be? As we proceed in time, I'm talking like in riddles, and I don't want that. That will be around and about the 11th of the month of October. Mercury goes into your relationship sector. So things become clear in your relationships. Even if you are single, it becomes clear of what you want, what you don't want, etc., etc. So these epiphanies are going to prompt you, and that's interesting, in all these retrogrades of Mars, of Jupiter. Why? Because Mars retrograde, so going backwards, means that your actions, you're gonna do them different. Jupiter is in your sign, by the way, and going retrograde means thinking about your purpose and thinking about your goals, you're gonna do it differently. So it all makes sense because of the epiphanies at the very beginning of the month. You are going to change your attitude, how you act, because Mars is you in the chart. And that is mainly for you in your communication. Because Mars is in your 3rd house in Gemini, going retrograde. When? That will be around the 31st of October. But you feel it like the whole month that you're slowing down. I say you because you are Mars. So you're going to think and rethink. I know you're an Aries. You want to do before you think, but now you're going to rethink your actions, and that's good. So, so focus on that. How you can change the way that you talk. Of course, how others could be changing that as well, but that's not in your control. So, and Jupiter what am I saying? Jupiter going backwards, yes, into another sign. It's in Pisces in your 12th house. Around and about the 29th of October shows that you're going to find a little bit more purpose in relaxing, in how to find purpose in the unconscious. So the dreams that you're having, to write them down, to try to understand them. So it's very introspective. It's an introspective time when it comes to your actions and your purpose, but it's not an introspective time when it comes to the understanding, and that's the beauty of it. And last but not least, there is the eclipse. And the eclipse happens around and about the 25th of October, but you will feel it the whole month. It's in your 8th house. Now it's in Scorpio. And you could say that this is not the eclipse that's going to change your life, but it's in a very transformative part of your chart. And it's a challenging part of your chart. It's how you deal with it, though. Now, the sun and the moon are going to be together at 2 degrees of Scorpio, together with the South Node. And together with Venus. Venus is also going to be there at around and about 2 degrees. So this is a Venusian kind of eclipse. I'm going to do a separate video about that, but it belongs to the Saros cycle 6 South. It's all about power and strength and sudden liberations. But for you, it's in a house where you need to release something. So the South Node, when there is a new moon, which means a new beginning, an ending and a new beginning. But it's an ending in the house of an ending, and it's with Venus, which means, yes, relationships, but it can also mean money. It can that you own with someone else, or an investment, or a tax return, or an inheritance. So it could all mean that there is a new beginning launched there. So, and Scorpio is all about, as I said, about releasing, but also about some new energy needs to come in here. So in relationships, this could be a very intimate time for you. And with intimate, I don't mean only sex. It's a part of it, but it's more than that. You know, it's like body, mind, and soul. There could be really something very significant happening for you on the level of relationships when it comes to that. And it's like a releasing. Like things become very clear to you and you can release that. So it's through the surrendering that you will have the insight and that you will have the transformation will come. So you could go towards a very deeper relationship, but also when the relationship was not going that well, it could mean indeed an ending. But again, don't freak out because of this. And you know your story. These are general horoscopes. So if you say, yeah, it's a terrible relationship, this can indicate an ending indeed. So you are shifting. But for lots of you, it could also mean, getting rid of toxicity, getting rid of unhealthy relationships, because Scorpio has to deal with that so that it can transform. I'm going to stop here. This is the most important. Wow, and of course, your full moon in Aries. There's going to be a full moon in Aries on the 9th. So again, it's relationships. Epiphany around all areas of your life. I like this month for you dear Aries people. Check out the other horoscopes or videos that I made and that I will be making. Especially the one of the help me out of here of the eclipse is very interesting. Now, make all the best of it. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.